This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
You are looking live at historic Cameron Stadium here in Lawton, Oklahoma, as the Lawton High Wolverines look to continue their winning ways against John Marshall. Lawton High got their elusive first victory a week ago as Lorenzo Williams got his first win as the Wolverine bench boss. I'm Rylan Stiles, alongside me is Peyton Means, as we get set for Lawton High football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. A hot and humid night in Oklahoma here in October, Peyton, but it's still going to be a good day for football.
Definitely is. Definitely not the cooler fall weather that you're hoping for. But after an exciting game last week against Noble, Lawton's looking to keep their winning ways in this matchup against John Marshall.
It was a thrilling game against Noble where Lawton High secured an 8-point win over the Bears. It was a pick six that sealed it, and the Wolverines were able to get on top. And really, they look forward to trying to string together some wins. So the schedule opens up favorably for Lawton High as they come in as favorites as two first-year head coaches square off. Tyron Adams, the head coach at John Marshall, still looking for his first win after dropping to 0-4 a week ago.
Yeah, and he did. And John Marshall, they're 0-4, but you have to look at deeper into the schedule. Some of the teams they faced off against are some of the top historical programs in the entire state. Games against Guthrie, Heritage Hall, Clinton, Bethany, some of the top 4A and 5A. So even though John Marshall's 0-4, they've played some very tough competition.
Looking ahead at the Lawton High schedule, brought to you by the Morgan Stanley Group. The key to financial success is to take care of your family tree. For more information, visit them on their team website or give them a call, 580-354-7475. Lawton High went winless in non-district play, but all that matters is what you do inside this district. Their first win came against Noble. They're the favorites to win against John Marshall, and then next week on the road at Western Heights, who is 0-4 currently, is another game where Lawton High projects to do pretty well. So the Wolverines can really get back to even if they just take care of business.
They can, and it's really what you hear a lot of coaches talk about when district play starts. It's the beginning of the second season. Not that what you did the first three games isn't important, but you can really set your season in motion with some wins in district play. And the schedule, the way it starts out, sets up very favorable for Lawton as they begin district play.
And even though the non-district play was tough, a couple lopsided losses to Enid and MacArthur and a close loss to Eisenhower, it really can help prepare you for a new district, and a district that's pretty tough. Right now, Carl Albert leads things 4-0 with all 15 district points. Guthrie 2-2. They got their 15 a week ago. And then Lawton High nestles in at number 3. The Oklahoman says the Wolverines will win 31-20. Joey Goodman of the Constitution says the Wolverines will win 32-6. We'll see if those come true after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home. Connect with a personal banker and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with the Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. John Marshall and Lawton High getting set to square off. All time, Lawton High leads the season series 5-2 on a 3-game winning streak. The last time Lawton High lost to John Marshall way back in 1989. These two teams have not met recently, obviously, but now in the same district, so it provides a new wrinkle for the Wolverines. But it should be a good one on homecoming here on Thursday night in Cameron Stadium. Peyton, when you look at this game, what stands out to you about John Marshall?
I think the thing that stands out to me about John Marshall is they have some very similar type plays and run a very similar offense to Lawton. They love to get the ball out quickly, try and get it to their playmakers at receiver and running back. So a lot of things that this Lawton team has seen before on the offensive and defensive side. It's just how are they going to stay fundamentally sound, and how are they going to stay focused and locked in for where they can get the win.
One of the most interesting groups to watch for Lawton High will be their defense, as you can meet the starting lineup brought to you by the Veteran Home Loans of Fort Sill. The VA Loan Program has helped generate and generations of veterans serve members and military families achieve their dreams of home ownership. Go visit them at the VA Loan and work out a loan for you. Start the process today, 580-699-8670. The defense was really getting after Noble, and it's what kept them in the game long enough to break through, and in fact, the defense is what sealed the deal with a pick six from Amari Perry, the middle linebacker, a senior, really leading things up the middle. But Peyton, they're going to need that defense to win again tonight.
They are, and like we talked about, you just can't look over a team like John Marshall. They were able to have some success against some really top competition. The defense is going to have to lock in. And I think the big thing with the defense tonight is you're going to have to break down. You're going to have to be able to make tackles in open space. going to have to be able to rally to the football and not allow for the big plays that the John Marshall offense is looking for.
Defense can get some momentum, and they know what it takes. Last week it was a battle of two winless teams. Lawton High got the edge, but Lawton High also showed and played what it shows like a team that's so hungry for their first win. John Marshall will be the same, so they've really got to set the tone defensively. They did that so well a week ago. They'll do it again tonight. Coming up, we'll have the coin toss and keys to the game on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
At Billingsley Ford, we pride ourselves on the integrity and transparency of our pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. As your hometown Ford dealer, that's the way it should be.
I'm Grant in Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Bring home the win at Billingsley Hyundai with huge savings every day from our massive inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Come by today and see how we can help find a winning deal for you with America's best warranty. Now that's the Billingsley way.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network as Lawton High is set to announce their homecoming king and queen, and we're set to announce the Subway 24th and Gore keys to the game. Subway is your Eat Fresh stop. Go there right now at your campus headquarters and get their fantastic display and repertoire of subs with their fresh baked bread and vegetables. Good luck this season from your campus 24th and Gore Subways. Peyton, what are the keys to the game for Lawton High to start a winning streak?
I think the keys to the game are just stay in the moment. Don't look too far ahead. You can't look over a team like John Marshall. You saw some explosiveness in the offense and defense last week. We saw you be able to make plays on both ends of the football. You need to be able to keep that going. A win against John Marshall is going to be big for district standings. Behind Guthrie and Carl Albert, the playoff positionings are wide open, and a win over John Marshall can put Lawton in a spot to continue to keep advantage and take advantage of those opportunities.
I think it's going to be really important to control the ground game. Whenever you look at Lawton High, they're best when Nate Jones is getting downhill. They'll have to establish that offensively. And then defensively, so long as you make John Marshall one-dimensional, it spells a good night for the Wolverines. We'll have the coin toss and kickoff after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. or call 800-433-7300.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? Good. And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each. Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology. Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind, providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home. Connect with a personal banker and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
back on the Oklahoma Sports Network as the Lawton High Wolverines get set to take on the John Marshalls. It'll be a fun one as these two teams face off. Lawton High strolls their way to midfield, as does John Marshall, for the Buck Pond coin toss. And this is where each team can really start to set the tone as they try to win the toss. So far, we've seen when Lawton High wins it, they elect to defer typically and start on defense. I think that's where they're most comfortable, and defense always sets the tone.
It really does, and if I put my coaching hat on, I want to put my defense out there, go out there, make a stop, and then put your offense in excellent field position to try and go get on the scoreboard.
As the two teams make their leisurely stroll to midfield, John Marshall wearing red lids with white jerseys, red lettering, and blue pants. Lawton High, red from head to toe with white accents in their new jerseys from this season. A fresh, modernized redesign of the same traditional look that the Wolverines typically sport. So you like to see, them not stray too far away from tradition, but still get to mix things up just a tad. Mainly the white wings on the helmet are different. But Lawton High and their captain seem set, as do John Marshall, and they'll go meet at midfield for the Buck Pond coin toss. You can always find what you're looking for at Buck Pond, 1413 Southwest Lee Boulevard. Buying, selling, or pawning, Buck Pond, proud sponsors of the Lawton High Wolverines. And you see the senior who last week sealed the game, Amari Perry, a 50-yard pick six to gift the Wolverines their first win of the year. He'll be a key, critical factor of this one. The captain shake hands. The white hat has the coin ready to go. It'll be John Marshall's call in the air, a 50-50 chance. But I always typically go tails because tails never fails. A nice crowd on hand here at Cameron Stadium for homecoming. The coin is flipped. The white hat looks over to John Marshall, trying to figure out what they want to do. John Marshall will defer, so it'll be Lawton High's offense to start the game on the field for the Wolverines. Lawton High last week went to a first-time starter, Najon Polk, who really impressed on the road to get their first win in district play. We'll see who trots out there at the signal caller position this time. Panay Vashagote, of course, the senior who did those duties a year ago, was warming up at quarterback this game. But Polk, of course, a deadly threat. So we'll see what the Wolverines have in store, and they'll start with the football after the first Wayne's Drive-In kickoff coming up on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with a Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I'm Rylan Stiles. Alongside me is Peyton Means as we tee up a Wayne's Drive-In kickoff to get the evening started. Wayne's Drive-In, 2 locations in Lawton, Southwest Sheridan Road, 6810 Cash Road. Come on, everyone. Let's go to Wayne's for the best burgers and cherry lemonades in town. Lawton High lost the Bucks Pond coin toss. John Marshall elected to defer, so the Wolverines will begin with the football to start this contest as the ball's teed up and we're set for football here at historic Cameron Stadium. It's a pooch kick. Now Lawton High fields cleanly near the 30-yard line, racing their way toward midfield and taken down just before the 40.
And that's a smart play. Just being, again, we saw a little bit of the sun in the eyes, making sure you bring that in and putting your offense, which had a lot of success last week against Noble, in good field position to start this game off.
Last week against Noble, it was Nate Jones who went 50 yards on the first play from scrimmage for the Wolverine offense. A little further this time out, but likely still going to have the same result with Jones getting the first touch of the game. He'll be sharing a backfield with Panay Vashagote, who again last year moved from wide receiver to quarterback, now back at that quarterback spot. You look for a lot of read option with those two athletic players in the backfield. 2 receivers to the near side as there's a flag before the play begins. Typically indicates a false start. And it does. So Lawton High will move backwards before we count down. There's 11:56 to go in the first quarter.
Not the play you're looking for on the first play of the game. John Marshall, one thing that they do like to do with their defense, they like to bring a lot of pressure. They like to bring different types of blitzes and feed off of that and drop out to try and cause some confusion.
1st and 15 to start the Comanche Home Center first quarter. Just before the 30-yard line now. Still promising field position, but they got to go the long way for a first down. Panay Vashagote checks. Gets the snap. Hands off Jones. Nice cut by Jones right up the middle, and he gains those penalty yards back +2.
And establishing the run game early is going to be key. You see on that first play, John Marshall has 8, 9 players in the box, just a couple yards from the line of scrimmage. They're not afraid of the passing game, and they're going to try and key in on this Lawton run game and limit their offensive potential.
Vashagote gets the snap, going to have a design rollout quarterback keeper. a patient runner. The athlete spins out of one tackle but cannot escape the three Bears bearing down on him. Got back to the line of scrimmage.
And John Marshall's D-line, they did a good job on that one of containing the edges, not allowing Vashigote to hit the edges, attack the edges of the defense, and they limited the potential of that run, setting up a crucial third down.
Third and medium near the 45. They've got to get to the 49 to get a first down. We'll see if this is two-down territory for Lawton High. Two receivers to the far side where Vashigote is looking. Pressure up the middle. The curl route high, incomplete. Tried to go over the middle, but with the pressure coming in, it was too much as Connor Duffy trots out there for his first punt of the game.
You're right, Vashigote, he had a man open, but the delayed blitz by John Marshall caused just enough of made that a difficult situation and forced the overthrow.
Duffy was crucial in last week's win, not only as the field goal kicker, but the punt that shifted field position multiple times. Duffy sees a bad snap, runs over and gets it, boots it away. End over end it goes, and it bounces near the 10 and takes a Lawton High roll all the way inside the 5, and another great punt from Duffy, which is down at the 4, and that's a heck of a start for the Wolverines.
Excellent punt by Duffy, doing exactly what you talked about and what we've seen from him, using his leg, making the best of some difficult snaps and pinning John Marshall deep in their own territory.
So despite the 3 and out, still an encouraging sign for Lawton High as they have Marshall's offense backed up. John Marshall will try to dig their ways out of the shadow of their own goalpost with a first down at the 19-yard line.
And with John Marshall's offense, expect to see a lot of 2 and 3 receiver sets. They like to have a running back always in the backfield, and they like to try and get the ball to their playmakers quickly.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, offset shotgun in their end zone. Man in motion, just window dressing for now. The hard count's on, going to drop back to pass. Pressure immediately on the screen. It's intercepted in the end zone. So Lawton High put 6 on the board. It only took 5 plays as the interception happens right in pay dirt. And that's a great start set up by Connor Duffy.
It's exactly what we talked about. Connor Duffy pitting him deep. In the defense, they make an excellent play. John Marshall was looking for the screen pass, and the linebacker read it perfectly, picked it out of the air, and gets Lawton on the board first.
So it was a senior who got a pick 6 to end it last week, Amari Perry. His senior linebacker next to him, David Quittishaw, lucks into the pick 6 there. The rare pick 6 where you don't have to run an inch, already with 6 on the board for Duffy. So the linebacking play has been stellar for the Wolverines as they start district play. Braden Burrell gets the hold down on a good snap, but the PAT from Duffy is no good, too short. After this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Billingsley Ford, we pride ourselves on the integrity and transparency of our pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. As your hometown Ford dealer, that's the way it should be.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Bring home the win at Billingsley Hyundai with huge savings every day from our massive inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Come by today and see how we can help find a winning deal for you with America's best warranty. Now that's the Billingsley way.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's going to be Lawton High controlling a 6-0 advantage, and John Marshall's offense back out there after the Wayne's drive-in kickoff with their 2 locations in Lawton. 7 Southwest Sharon Road, 6810 Cash Road. The scoring recap is easy. After a beautiful punt by Duffy pinned John Marshall at the 4, the shotgun pass was picked off in the end zone by David Quittishaw, and the Wolverines are up 6-0 after a failed PAT that was just a bit too short. That was your City National Bank scoring recap. The Wayne's drive-in kickoff is teed up and ready to go. Duffy makes sure everyone's lined up properly, and we'll boot this one away at the 10:35 mark of the Comanche Home Center first quarter. So a fast start for Lawton High. This one is kicked away by Duffy, and it's going to go end over end at the 10, bounce at the 5, the ball's alive. John Marshall grabs it, falls, ball loose, hit hard at the 10, spins out of the tackle, and the ball's still on the turf as they get down eventually at the 5. Connor Duffy is having an electric night in terms of setting up field position for his defense. So once again, the Bears pinned inside the 10.
Definitely, it's what we talked about. The fundamentals are going to be key, especially on kickoff. You have to stay in your lane, force John Marshall into making a mistake. They made a crucial mistake right there, letting the ball bounce, and it never really allowed the return to get going. And it sets up John Marshall's offense deep in their own territory once again.
So they'll try it again at the 9-yard line, as their first play as an offensive unit was an interception for 6. It can really only go up from here for the Grizzlies. Two receivers to the far side, one to the near side. In the pistol look, here comes John Marshall, a crowded box for the Wolverines. Man in motion. Just window dressing last time, same as this time. Handoff, and it's met at the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2, driven backwards there. And so a couple productive plays for the Wolverines defensively.
Couple of productive plays, and we've seen this defensive line of Lawton really start to come into their own the last couple of weeks. They've started to wreak havoc on opposing offenses, and they started off with a big tackle for loss on their second defensive play.
2nd and 12, first down marker at the 19. John Marshall with 2 receivers to each side. Shotgun with their heels planted at the 1-yard line. Going to drop back to throw. He's in the end zone. Going to launch one in the flats. It's caught. Plenty of turf in front. A first down and then some past the 30-yard line. So the flat works out on the check down, and the Grizzlies have their first down of the game.
Looked like a little bit of a miscommunication. Had 2 guys. Lawton's defense was in man coverage. We had 2 guys go with 1 receiver, leaving the running back wide open out of the backfield. That's just a bust you can't have, and they'll look past that and move forward.
1st and 10 for the Bears. John Marshall trying to get set. Plenty of time on the play clock. First down sits at the 45. 2 receivers to each side. Man in motion. Nothing doing. Lawton high and a man. Going to drop back to throw. Pressure coming in the flats again. Met right there. The catch is made, but for a loss.
And that's what you're looking for. John Marshall, they love a lot sending guys in motion. They love using the guy that's in motion as like an early begin to his route. And on that play, it was DJ Campbell, not feeding into anything, not biting anything, following his receiver the whole way and making a play as soon as the ball got to his receiver.
2nd and 11. The Bears going to hand this one off. And again, the run goes right to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. And so it's been stellar for the Wolverine defense on run plays, 2 unproductive ones for the Bears.
Two unproductive run plays, and it's the interior of this defensive line. The D linemen are not allowing any penetration. They're reestablishing the line of scrimmage, driving John Marshall back into their own backfield, and it's not allowing their running backs to find any open running lanes to this point.
3rd and 9, and this Wolverines defense is playing with some confidence. Inside 10 on the play clock. The Bears have to snap it here. And they do. Going to drop back the pass, looking in the flats. Too high, but it's dropped. Took the punishment anyway as Basher Gote ran up. And it's 4th and 9, where you imagine John Marshall will punt.
And that's what you're looking for from this defense. Just continue to get stops. They've started to cause some havoc against this John Marshall offense early, and just continue to get stops and get the ball back to your offense.
So Sands the 35-yard dump off. The Wolverine defense has been electric to start this game. And the Bears will boot this one away to give Lawton High another crack at it offensively. Low snap. The punt is away. It's high, twirling, and bouncing at the Lawton High sidelines, and it's going to be great field position again for the Wolverines.
And that's another spot where Lawton can take advantage because John Marshall's had their issues in the kicking and punting game as much as we have.
Preliminary signal is holding against John Marshall.
It was a 3-and-out for the Wolverines the first time offensively. They'll look to settle in here against the Bears as the tides have turned in their favor. The third new starting quarterback of the season is Panay Vashagote from the last drive. And the Wolverines are still trying to get the right unit on the field with a handkerchief down that they're going to pick up. And so Lawton High will now start in plus territory at the 45.
It's like they're
going to re-kick it.
Yeah. Try and get even more yardage in their favor. They've seen the woes that John Marshall's had in terms of the punting and the kicking game. Looking to get a big opportunity for potentially a big return or even a different yardage for them to set their offense up with.
The punter playing at the 15. The ball goes through the wickets, and it's bouncing around toward the 1-yard line. Lawton High racing over, tumbling into the end zone. The ball squirts out again. Who's going to come up with it? Either way, it's a great play for the Wolverines, and the re-kick was the right call on the safety.
And that's why you make them re-kick. You've seen some of the issues they've had with the snap. Rolls right under the punter's legs, rolls all the way in the end zone, and you get some more points on the board. The momentum is fully on this Lawton sideline right now.
So in just a moment, we'll have the rare Wayne's Drive-In punt-off after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network for the Wayne's Drive-In punt-off. The City National Bank scoring recap was a re-kick for the Bears on their punt, which fumbled its way into the end zone where Lawton High netted a safety. And so the defense responsible for all 8 points so far.
They are. The defense has just come out full of momentum, playing with their hair on fire, and getting points on the board to help this team succeed.
2 locations in Lawton, 7 Southwest Road, 6810 Cash Road. Let's go to Wayne's, everyone. 7:21 to go in the Comanche Home Center first quarter. The kick is fielded at the 40-yard line. Going to race with blockers set up ahead. Lawton High with a crease to the 40. So not only do they gain the 2 points, but they gain better field position from the re-kick still, and they'll have it at the 40-yard line.
Have it on the 40-yard line. You'll very rarely find an offense who will complain about having the ball on the 40-yard line. I'm interested to see what kind of adjustments Lawton will make from drive 1 compared to drive 2 and how this offense will adjust to what John Marshall's thrown at them so far.
It's still Vashagote at the signal caller position, the third new starter this year for the Wolverines. You imagine there's something on film that says Lawton High should be running the ball here, and they do, as Nate Jones is the patient runner that busts forward for 5.
Nate Jones, again, making something out of nothing. That's the second time John Marshall has brought some delayed pressure from the linebackers and the defensive backs. With how much Lawton High loves the screen game and the different types of screen passes, that could definitely be something that they could go to later in this game.
And if you're the Wolverines, given how successful they've been on the ground, you say thank you for your service to Jean Polk, who was excellent against Noble to get their first win. But it's time for the athletic backfield of Vashagote and Nate Jones to take this game over on the ground, as Nate Jones will watch the flag fly in again and hold things. Another false start on Lawton High. It'll back them back up, but it'll set up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, another false start, another penalty you're not really looking for. But we've seen the success they've had early in this game, running the football, getting 4 and 5 yards a pop. You're still in manageable enough field position and a manageable distance.
2nd and 10 as Lawton High gets the play call in. A little different on 2nd and 10 than 2nd and 5. It's still Vashagote and Jones in the backfield. Handoff on the shotgun counterplay. Jones trying to get the outside and does. Great blocker set up for those 5 yards back, and he's hit hard at the end. Right on the sidelines, the flag eventually flies in. Don't know what the delay was there, but on top of the 6, they'll have some additional yardage.
That's a good job by Jones, and a good job by this Lawton High team, not going over to defend their guy, not doing anything extra. And that's going to be key, that staying composed, not letting your emotions get the best of you, and allow it, if you're able to do that, that will allow your team to have more success on the field.
That'll move Lawton High all the way into the red zone. The Sovereign Bank red zone. Only a yard into it, though, at the 19. Vashagote looks at the crowded box, going to drop back on the screen play, and he makes a man miss for now, and then goes forward for 3. So a great job out wide by the receiver to gain anything there, as the blockers never quite materialized.
He really did. He did a good job of bringing in the pass. A little, not enough separation compared to what you would normally like. Tyler Dunn, the defensive back, did a good job of staying in his hip pocket. But again, you still got 3 yards. Keep the offense moving in a positive forward direction.
Devarius Deans made it happen there on the far side. He's put in motion now with trips to the near side. He's going to come this way, but a shuffle of the feet will again blow it dead early for another false start on Lawton High. Or a timeout, actually. So that saves the day. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton High burned their first time out of the half. They have 2 remaining. John Marshall, all 3 intact. Second and call it 7 for Vashagote and company. 3 receivers to one side, 1 to the far side. Vashagote going to drop back, hurls one deep into the back pylon, and it's caught and dropped. He could not complete the catch through the ground, but what a beautiful throw by Vashagote to put it in the bucket and pay dirt, and that's one that they're going to want back.
That is one they're going to want back. Like you said, a beautiful ball towards the back corner of the end zone. The receiver just couldn't bring it in. But you like to see they've used the run game so frequently, using the run game to set up the passing game. And again, that was a beautiful pass. The receiver just could not bring it in.
And Michael Holloman has a long career ahead of him because he can run routes really well. Just got to sure up the hands through the ground. It's a tough thing to do. But you got to be encouraged by how the underclassman is getting open early. Going to be a design run play. Everyone leading the way, and the convoy will watch as the Lawton High Wolverines spin past the 10. A vicious hit at the end, but it should be enough for a first down for Nate Jones.
Again, Nate Jones, simple student body right, is having 2 and 3 lead blockers in front of him. And when you have that many blockers in front of Nate Jones, he's going to find a way to get that first down as he did on that play.
All set up by the lineman up front, so it's first and goal for Big Red in the Sovereign Bank red zone. 5:14 to go in the Comanche Home Center first quarter. And it looks like it's going to be another direct snap to Jones, and is. They're going to do the same play, only to the opposite side. And Vashagote throws a block, and it springs Jones. The flag comes in late, which might not put the 6 on the board, but you love to see your quarterback throwing a block like that. Holding called against the Wolverines, so they'll have to redo it. Couldn't quite see the
I don't know
where
exactly the holding was. On that may have been a blindside moment where he blocked him too hard, and maybe he thought it was a holding penalty.
Replay first down.
So they'll replay first down, but now they'll need 10 yards or 12 yards to pay dirt. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, though, for how well Lawton High's controlled things on the ground.
The linemen up front have done a good job of establishing the line of scrimmage against this John Marshall defense.
Vashagote flanked by Jones. It'll be a snap to Jones, who hands it off this time. And so this time it'll be Jones watching from afar as the run squirts forward for 3. Helmet pops off. He'll have to leave for a play at least, you would imagine. So it looks like Keyston Rosado was the carrier.
Brings up second down.
Looks like it. And we've seen it early. We've seen it last week against Noble. Getting multiple players involved, not just leaning on a guy like Nate Jones or Panay Vasagote. Starting to get different players involved and getting the offense more in groove.
2 on the play clock. Lawton High might need to burn one here, and they do. So their second timeout, we take it with them, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network as Lawton High had to call their second timeout to avoid the delay of game penalty. So they only have one remaining for the rest of the half, but those are where first half timeouts are really valuable, to avoid penalties like that one. Second half timeout usage and importance gains a bit more ground. But for now, it was a great job to keep this second and about 9 for Pater. 2 receivers to each side as Jones is next to Vashagote. A man in motion, Holloman sees Vashagote drop back for the screenplay. Caught by Jones, blockers in front, makes a man miss. Nate Jones falls forward for a score, and they're not going to take this one away. So Nate Jones scores twice on one possession. Vashagote has his first passing touchdown, and the Wolverines are now officially on the board with 14-0.
And that's what you're looking for. That screen pass to Nate Jones was very similar to the one John Marshall tried to run that ended up in an interception. But again, they've started to see John Marshall likes to bring the pressure, especially from their middle linebackers and their backers. And if they're going to continue to bring pressure, those screen passes are going to continue to be there.
High snap. Burrell gets the hold down, and Duffy boots it through. And so it's 15-0 after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network as the City National Bank scoring recap features Nate Jones all the way down the field, and eventually he got into pay dirt from the halfback screen. The toss from Vashagote put 6 on the board. Duffy booted through the PAT, and it's 15-0 in favor of the Wolverines in search of their second straight win. The Wayne's Drive-In kickoff is teed up and ready to go. Come on, everyone, let's go to Wayne's with the best burgers and cherry lemonades in town. Duffy's first kickoff got John Marshall pinned at the 9. This one heading that way, and again takes a Lawton High bounce. It's touched and it's live at the 5. John Marshall trying to make something happen here. Upended at the 15. So Connor Duffy has been truly elite at setting up his defense.
Connor Duffy, he's found their weakest return man, and he's just used it to his full advantage. Again, pinning John Marshall deep in their own side of the field, putting his defense in a good position to pin their ears back and go out and make plays.
1st and 10 at the 16. Couldn't ask for a better job to start this one out for the Wolverines in the Comanche Home Center first quarter, which has 3:40 left. The Lawton High defense has only given up 1 first down. Other than that, a perfect resume. And that first down was the only positive yardage that the Bears have gotten all night. Exclusively in shotgun as they have been all year. Man in motion, they're going to stick right with them. There's the snap, going to pass, pressure up the middle, and he cannot escape it. Down at the 5-yard line, ball comes out, Lawton High falls on it. And so the Wolverines will have it at the 5.
And Lawton's defense just continuing to make things difficult for this John Marshall offense, continuing to create havoc, and again, putting your offense on the spot to get some more points out.
Officially going to mark him at the 7. Still going to be short yardage for the Wolverines. Nate Jones already has hit pay dirt once. If you had to guess, you'd imagine he'll have it twice here soon. 3s across the board before the expiration of the first quarter. Vashagote in the shotgun, going to drop back to throw. Throws a fade route, one-on-one coverage, a jump ball caught through the ground. It's a touchdown. And this is a nightmare John Marshall cannot wake up from, but a daydream for the Wolverines, who quickly head up 21-0 as Tavarius Deans went up and got that one from Vashagote. A couple 6-footers connecting as it's been all Wolverines in the first quarter.
When you said it, as Tavarius Deans going up and snatching that ball out of the air, not allowing the defender to have a chance to get it, and putting another touchdown on the board for this Wolverine offense.
Lawton High still shuffling in players for the point after attempt. The play clock has not even began to roll yet, so they're all right. Burrell, who saved the bad snap on the last PAT, Duffy booted it through. They try to do it again here. Low snap this time. Burrell gets it down. Duffy gets it through, and you can put the kids to bed early in Lawton, Oklahoma on a Thursday. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
.4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network after Lawton High recovered a fumble inside the 10-yard line. Vashagote threw a lob ball on the fade route to Tavarius Deans, who came down with it in the end zone, and it gave Lawton High a 22-0 lead. That's your City National Bank scoring recap as we tee up a Wayne's drive-in kickoff, this time past the 50 as the unsportsmanlike penalty on John Marshall allows Duffy to boot this one through. So far, on 2 kickoffs, Duffy has gotten them inside the 20 both times. Once inside the 10, once at the 15. So as Duffy puts this one down, the likelihood is that the Bears will enjoy their best field position thanks to the unsportsmanlike penalty. 2 locations in Lawton. Come on, let's go to Wayne's on the Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Duffy gets everybody set. And he squib kicks it. It's an onside kick. Duffy's going to recover it himself. what can't Connor Duffy do? As Duffy has been responsible for turning the tide of this one. It was a 3-and-out for the Lawton High offense whenever Duffy pinned them inside the 5. That set up the score on the pick 6, and Duffy turned this game around and gives Lawton High the football at the 45.
Everything's just going right for Lawton right now. Offense, defense, special teams. Duffy's doing his own Pat McAfee impression where he's recovering his own onside kick. Everything is going Lawton's way so far, and it's still only the first quarter.
So they move him up 2 yards from the 45, and that's where Panay Vashagote and company come back out. Only took one play to score last time, but that was whenever they were starting at the 5. Will likely be short order again this time, though. Vashagote pitches it to Nate Jones. Jones trying for the outside. There's a holding play that will negate all of this, but Jones still got 8. So there's the hold as expected to back up the Wolverines.
A holding play, John Marshall, even though they weren't able to make the tackle on that one, they did just enough, created just enough of an opposition to cause the holding penalty and back up this Wolverine offense.
First and 15. Vashagote going to drop back pressure, immediately throws over the middle, has a man, it's Deans. Deans gets back to the original line of scrimmage, shakes a tackle for a first down, and Deans is inside the Sovereign Bank red zone.
And that's just a simple pass play, getting it to your playmakers, Devarius Deans, catching the ball in stride and dragging defenders into the red zone.
So after the first miss high of his first passing attempt, Vashagote's been perfect, including 2 touchdown throws, one on the screen play, one on the fade ball. That's another explosive play through the air for Vashagote, and the Wolverines continue to move through the John Marshall defense like a hot knife through butter. 2 receivers to the near side. One gets motioned out to the far side. It's Deans. They get John Marshall to jump. So a free 5 yards on the hard count from Vashagote.
Offside, John Marshall.
So first and 5, inside the 15 now. Still 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the Comanche Home Center first quarter. Vashagote going to drop back to throw, trying the fade route again. This time it's caught, and it comes down in the end zone as Vashagote throws his 3rd touchdown. It's the hat trick as he connects with his intended target, Nikel Adams. And the Wolverines are now on the board with 28.
And the plays are just coming so easily for this Lawton offense. Started off on the ground using the running game, and the last couple plays through the air really trying to get all their playmakers involved and really make an impact on this game.
Lawton High scored a season-high 37 a week ago. That record's in danger of being broken in this one and this one. Duffy with a high snap, good hold from Burrell, boots this one through, so he goes now with just 1 blemish as a PAT. Wolverines in control after this. Oklahoma Sports Network.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. The Lawton High Wolverines scored in short order as Vashagote connected with Nikel Adams on a fade ball to give him 3 touchdowns through the air and put 29 on the scoreboard for the Wolverines. Connor Duffy tees up the Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. Wayne's Drive-In, best burgers and cherry lemonades in town. Let's go to Wayne's, everyone. Each Lawton school having success early, as MacArthur, playing up the road in Oklahoma City, is up 21-0. The Wolverines boot this one to the 5-yard line, fielded there cleanly for the first time tonight, trying to reverse field, trying to get some blockers in front past the 20, and the best starting field position will come out to the 25.
The best starting field position, and John Marshall, they do have a lot of speed on their team. They use it to full advantage on that way. They went the long way on that route, not directly going upfield, going a little east and west before heading upfield, but again, like you said, it's their best field position to start a drive tonight so far.
2 minutes and 10 seconds as this drive will take place for John Marshall. Only 1 first down to show for it and a couple turnovers. The best Comanche Home Center first quarter of the season for the Wolverines, as they're going to cruise their way to their second straight win. Once you get one, they might come in bunches for the Wolverines, who look good the last 2 weeks after 0-3 start to non-district play. Pistol look for the Bears. The snap and the end-around play catches everyone by surprise, still going east and west and rugged down by Panay Vashagote, who's getting it done on both sides of the football. And the flag flies in really late. So we'll see if there's some extracurriculars that cause that as the Zebras confer. John Marshall, the victim of the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, their second of the game. The last time that they had a citation like this, it set up an onside kick that Lawton High recovered and went and scored on. Now it pins them back to the shadow of their own goalpost and sets up second and Edmond.
Yeah, and that's a tough penalty if you're John Marshall. They thought that was a horse collar, didn't happen, and now you're backed up even farther.
There's the handoff up the middle. Plenty of room to run and get that penalty yardage back, but all they can do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
But if you're John Marshall, again, you haven't had a lot of offensive success tonight. And just a simple handoff to Sean Powell gets you back in a more manageable situation.
3rd and 7. The Bears check to the sidelines. Lawton High still only giving up 1 first down so far tonight. Trying to keep that stat intact here. Penalty flag flies, and I think that they might have gotten a timeout in first, and they did. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
So the timeout from John Marshall saved them from a delay of game. They still have 2 in the first half. Lawton High just has the 1. 3rd and 7. 54 seconds to go in the Comanche Home Center first quarter. Trying to draw the Wolverines offsides, can't do it. Play clock again down under 10. Now at 4, and they're still not quite set. And it hits 0. Still no snap, but they're going to let them play it out. Throws it into the flat. Going to be a first down for the Bears, their second of the game, and it happened the same way both times.
Just a simple little wheel route that nobody in the back end really picks up. And like you said, that's been the best play John Marshall's offense has had so far tonight.
Not quite sure why the flag didn't fly there, as it was nestled at 0 on the play clock for a while, but alas, 1st and 10 for the Bears. A first down to gain at the 48-yard line. A hard count on again, nothing doing. John Marshall content with milking this clock, already down 29-0, the play clock inside 5. Hits 0 again, no call. High snap, handoff, right up the gut, and the John Marshall has some momentum now for another first down, their second straight. Penalty flag down, all right, at the line of scrimmage, typically indicates holding. And it does. So wipe the first down away and back the Bears up. Official timeout, back after this.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. or call 800-433-7300.
One play separates the expiration of the Comanche Home Center first quarter, where it's been all Lawton high. John Marshall has it 1st and 15. Going to drop back the pass, trying to set up a screen play. Batted down and incomplete.
Pass is knocked down.
That will do it for the Comanche Home Center first quarter. All Wolverines, 29-0. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network as we begin the Lawton Police Department second quarter. 12 minutes are on the clock as we inch closer to the Phillips Music halftime show here on Homecoming. Lawton High playing in back-to-back homecomings. They spoiled Nobles last week. They're relishing in theirs this week. 2nd and 17. John Marshall tried a screenplay before the quarter break, and it was batted down in the backfield. Whistles before we even begin the second quarter.
Offside for Lawton High.
Lawton High hit with a citation that'll give the Bears some free yards. After the offsides, it's 2nd and 12. John Marshall on the hard count. Can't get him this time. Handoff up the middle. Makes one man miss, but runs into a sea of red and is taken down immediately.
That's part of what we talked about in the pregame. If the first guy is not able to make the play in open field, Lawton's defense needs to rally to the football. The more guys you have rallying to the football, the less likely of the potential big plays. And they stopped what could have been a decent run right there because they rallied to the ball.
Third and 8. Whistles blow as we have a timeout on the field. We take it with them, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So each side only has one timeout the rest of the half, with still 11:25 to go until intermission. 3rd and 8. The Bears in the shotgun. Lawton High rarely conceding first downs. Only a couple for the Bears so far. Going to drop back to throw, pump fake once, gets a man in the air, pressure off the backside, and eventually he gets there. And so Lawton High has another stop. As you imagine, John Marshall will punt. And this game is the makings of a country music song for Lawton High. Everything going their way like smoky old poo rooms and Clear Mountain mornings. And Lawton High blowout wins to get their second straight on the season.
And that's more of what we've seen from this defense. Just finding ways to create pressure. And David Baker following that play all the way from the backside and getting the sack to get the ball back to his offense.
Couple returners back, one being Tavarius Deans. Low snap, bobbled, eventually picked up. He's got to just tuck it and fall down. So again, the Wolverines start with amazing field position at the 25.
Amazing field position and special teams again. It's good when it's good, as we've seen with Connor Duffy. When it's not good, it can make what has happened in the game so much worse, as we've seen John Marshall's special teams blunders have come back to hurt them more and more each time.
10:21 to go in the half. The Lawton High offense has scored in short order the last 3 times, looking to make it a 4th. 2 of the last 3 scores have been on the first play. Vashagote responsible for 3 touchdowns, 1 on a screenplay and a couple fade balls. First and 10, under center for the first time. Nate Jones right behind him. The hard count's on for Vashagote, man in motion. They're going to give it to him. He runs into Jones. Jones watches as the play is blown up in the backfield, as it looked like Holloman was taken down, and that was a game of duck, duck, goose to figure out who had the football. But eventually it's a negative play, one of the few for Lawton High offensively.
One of the few. Tried to add a different wrinkle to this offense, first time being under center. But John Marshall's defense did a good job not biting on any fakes, any play action or anything. They just stayed lane consistent, stayed in their gaps, and didn't allow for and caused some negative yardage for the first time tonight, really.
Second and 12, Vashagote all alone in the backfield. Going to drop back, fakes the screen, and going to take off. The quarterback blast play on a nice back juke, sets it up for Vashagote to reverse course, cuts back forward near the 19, going to be around the first down marker.
And that's just Panay Vashagote and the player he is. Making a bigger play out of potentially a play that only had a couple yards. Breaking ankles, juking defenders in the process. And again, moving the offense closer and closer to the end zone.
We haven't seen Lawton High go under center since Ryan Breeze was prowling the sidelines. Maybe a nod to him. It's been all shotgun for Lorenzo Williams up until that play. Basketball on grass, he called it in the preseason, whether a bluff or not. Inside 9 minutes to go before halftime. For the first time this season, the offense is living up to that moniker, almost breaking the scoreboard here in the first half. Vashagote again on the quarterback draw play. Lowers the shoulder, gets inside the 10 and inside the Sovereign Bank red zone.
And that's just another way, using your blockers, allowing your blockers to get out in front of you, create lanes. Even though that wasn't a big play as some of his other runs, you got the first down and you keep the chains moving.
First and goal from the 9. Vashagote now brings a partner over on his hip. Going to look into a more pistol look for now, and then eventually everybody flares out. They're pointing toward John Marshall as if the shifting and shuffling and gyrating got him off guard, and it looks like it did. Encroachment on the Bears, so free yardage for the Wolverines.
And that's part of just what happens with the different shifting and motioning, and sometimes it creates an off balance, confuses the defense, and that's how you can get those defensive penalties.
4 yards till Pater on first and goal. Still looking toward the sidelines. Now they're set. Play clock goes inside 5. Snap, Vashagote going to drop back, throw a screen play. The pitch on the hook and ladder is dropped, and they're taken down at the 5. So Lawton High continues to try to get cute, and it's been the first time that the offense has been ill-advised so far tonight.
It is. Tried for a little bit of the trickeration. Trickeration inside the 5 is always kind of a risky play. That time it didn't end up as exactly how they wanted, but they were able to get the ball back.
This drive has had a lot of razzle, not much dazzle on those type of plays. They've been most successful plunging forward with Panay Vashagote. Vashagote all alone. This has been a look where he has just taken it himself, and he's only 4 yards away from Pater. He'll lob one over the middle. It's caught. Touchdown, Lawton High. The 4th toss into the end zone of the day for Vashagote, but it should be wiped away by the penalty on the sidelines. Perhaps an eligible man downfield, but there's no telling. Delaying the inevitable, really, inside of 8 minutes. And it is an eligible man downfield on Lawton High to back him up.
Ineligible receiver downfield against Lawton High.
So the 4th passing touchdown for Vashagote will have to wait. 10 yards to pay dirt on second and goal. The line shifts as Vashagote takes the snap, hands it off. Rosadou plows forward to the 5-yard line.
And they're trying. You see Lawton trying some different things, trying to get some different players the ball, different shifts, different motions, trying to work on some different things and solidify those as they head deeper into the season and into this game.
with the carry on that last play.
The Wolverines in no hurry, nor should they be, as they control this game and have from start to finish. Inside 7 minutes, 6 yards from another score. Vashagote going to take it himself on the quarterback power play. Makes a man miss and leaps his way toward the pylon. Did he step out first? The ref says he did. At the inch line, it looks like, to bring up 4th and an inch. You'd imagine you just kind of run a quarterback sneak play and finish the job here.
Definitely. Looks like it. Just barely stepped out before he got into the end zone. But again, we're continuing to see using the run game in the pass game to feed off of each other and allow for a lot of the successes this Lawton team's had tonight.
Knocking on the door of pay dirt. Vashagote in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Keeps it on the play action, read option play. Vashagote busts in. That's a score that you can't take away. No yellow handkerchiefs on the field. Touchdown Lawton High, and the score continues to be lopsided in their favor.
And just the push from this offensive line. The O-line's doing a good job of driving the John Marshall defenders into the second level, into the linebackers and defensive backs. And when they're driven into the backfield, they're not able to see the lanes. They're not able to see where the running game is coming from, and it makes that job just a whole lot more difficult.
That drive very reminiscent of the great West Virginia Mountaineer Geno Smith from Panay Vashagote as Connor Duffy boots this one through. And Lawton High quickly in control. 6:41 to go, 36-0.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists?
Good. And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious. It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cutting the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Apology accepted.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton High in control of this one, 36-0. The C National Bank scoring recap. It was Panay Vashagote marching the ball down the field. A couple quarterback blasts and a read option to get into pay dirt to put Lawton High on the high side, 36-0, and extend this lead. Wayne's driving kickoff teed up by Connor Duffy. As he looks to the sidelines for further instruction, he's already recovered his own onside kick once. I don't imagine they'll pull a Josh Heupel and do it here.
Yeah, I don't imagine.
Wayne's drive in. Let's go to Wayne's. Best burgers and cherry lemonades in town. 7 Southwest Sheridan Road, 6810 Cash Road. Booted end over end. Caught at the 20-yard line, bobbled, but still caught cleanly as they're going to reverse course. A nice block springs him past the 30. Makes a man miss all the way down to the 40. Bounces off of a hard hit, but cannot shake away the shattering blow at the 40.
And again, John Marshall, they've just found ways to use their speed. And they've just found ways to use their speed. The little bit of success they've had tonight has been with their speed and puts them in their best field position.
Connor Duffy delivered the hit. The former linebacker turned kicker continues to do it all at the 6:30 mark of the Lawton Police Department second quarter as we hurl our way toward the Phillips Music halftime show. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Going to drop back the pass, a flat play, picked up off the carpet, and backwards it goes for 5 yards. And this Lawton community has really rallied around Lorenzo Williams. For example, Leanne De Silver makes them a meal to enjoy every Sunday. And Miss De Silver needs to break out the fine china and the best recipe she's got, because this was a heck of a job by the Wolverine staff to get the team ready to play. Already up 36-0 and counting inside 6 minutes.
Yeah, 36-0, and they're not doing a whole lot that we haven't seen. They're going with their bread and butter offensive plays, and they're just running them to perfection at this point in the game.
2nd and 14 handoff. Met immediately and driven backwards again. Whistle finally blows to mercifully end the play. Forward progress going to only drop them back 4.
Only going to drop them back 4. But it's the whole goal of this Wolverine defense. Keep them behind the line of scrimmage, keep them behind the chains, and then continuing to put pressure on the opposing offenses.
Shout out to Matt Lewis watching the game at home, Mike Newell as well, and all the Patreons of the Oklahoma Sports Network. A couple of city teams in action as MacArthur's up the road in Oklahoma City. Dominating Classen right now, just as Lawton High is dominating John Marshall. Going to drop back to throw, look over the middle, lofts it there into double coverage, and it's incomplete.
John Marshall, they took a chance trying to get the ball down the field, but the secondary of Lawton doing a good job rallying to the football and knocking the ball out of the receiver's hands before he could control the possession and make the catch.
Inside 5 minutes. You wonder if after intermission there'll be a running clock. 4th and 17. MacArthur up 47-0 in Classen, so a successful Thursday for the Shady 580. High snap flutters its way, and it's almost blocked. Instead, the live drive punt gets away, and it takes a John Marshall bounce, and I think that they might have muffed it. Lawton High acted as though they were going to receive it, and they're going to call it a muff. So they're going to say it did hit the returner. It looks like Panay Vashagote maybe, who accidentally brushed up on the football. So the punt, the most successful play in terms of netting yards for the Bears so far on this drive. And their first time in plus territory.
And that's just the type of play. It may not come back to hurt you tonight, but as you head into tougher competition against Guthrie and Carl Albert, that's a mistake you just can't have.
Timeout Lawton High. Back after this. Oklahoma Sports Network.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind, providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. After the timeout by Lawton High, they have none remaining in the half. There's the snap and the give. Right off tackle, and the Bears get 5.
That's been the most successful play for John Marshall. Just runs and wheel routes out of the backfield, getting a run of 5 yards. Haven't seen a lot of John Marshall staying ahead of the chains so far in this one. They did a good job on staying ahead and staying in a more manageable position for their offense.
2nd and 6, inside 4:30. Bobbled snap, handoff, ball comes out. It's on the carpet. It looks like John Marshall fell on it, though, but it will lose him 3.
They did. They fell on it. But that's what this defense has done. Making plays, getting to the football. And on that one, the defender's helmet popped the ball out. Excellent job. They're still showing a lot of effort by this Wolverine defense.
Another good play by David Quitashot. Third and long. Pump faked once. Pressure flushes him out of the pocket off his back foot. Incomplete. Too short of anyone. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network as the Lawton Police Department second quarter is continuing to fly by. Lawton High continues to be in control. And coming up will be 4th and 8. Punting has been an adventure, to say the least, for John Marshall. They seem content to punt again here, even in plus territory. And down 36-0.
Maybe just a little too far for their comfort level with how their offense has performed tonight.
The last punt worked out for him, though, as it was barely gotten away as the pressure came bearing down on the Bears. But Lawton High muffed it and gave him it right back. Off the carpet, it's picked up, trying to sprint out and trying to kick it right into the teeth of the Wolverine defense. Coach is vehemently telling the Wolverines not to go near it, and so they'll just take a stroll to the sidelines as John Marshall downs it near the 30.
They got the pressure. They got a very similar type play, but the coaching staff did an amazing job making sure everybody knew not to go near the football. Had something similar happen and go the other direction most previous punts. So we're seeing the gaining of the wisdom and remembering what could happen.
1st and 10. The 40-yard line where they need to go to extend the drive. A drive that you would have to hope is a methodical one, kept on the ground and keeping the sand moving through the hourglass of the second quarter. Vashagote hands it off. Rizzuto hits up forward for 3, still on his feet, falling forward for 5.
We're continuing to see different playmakers like Keyston Rosado and company. Some different guys who we haven't said their name a whole lot this season, getting some valuable reps in this game and getting some valuable yardage in those reps.
Rosado reminds me of another Lawton High running back, Colin Hooper. That speed and burst in the hole really helping him out here as he tries the outside and will gain another 4 yards.
That's what you're looking for. So a lot of teams, you have your big playmakers like a guy like Nate Jones, and you need the complementary back like a Keyston Rosado who will get the 3 and 4 yards when you need it most for your team.
Colin Hooper, one of the sneakiest athletes you're ever going to meet, a gym rat, real hard-nosed grinder, coach's son. deceptive speed. You blink and you miss them. That is until an ankle twist unravels them. There goes the snap, and it's Vashagote racing forward for a first down. Tripped up just past the yard to gain.
And Rylan, it's a lot of what you talked about we were hoping to see. Methodical drives, keeping the running game going, keeping the ball on the ground, and using your running backs to slowly move the ball down the field and use as much clock as possible.
1st and 10 past the 40. The clock trickles down inside a minute 40 to go until the Phillips Music halftime show. The band conjuring in the far corner of the Lawton High end zone. Vashagote pumps once. Now will let it go. And he'll try to put it in the bucket but can't do it. Just past the outstretched arm of his intended target.
Just when we complimented them on running the ball, keeping it on the ground, tried to set up the passing game, and he just overshot number 82, Champ Brewer. Didn't put enough air under it. Champ couldn't get under it. But again, we're seeing some of the plays and designs and sequences that could set this team up for continued success throughout the rest of the season.
1st and 10, yard to gain is past the 50. Vashagote on 2nd and 10, I should say. Flips for Rizzuto. Pressure inbound, launches one, has a man burned down the sidelines, and it is caught falling out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
The 31-yard line.
Another pretty throw from Vashagote. It stops the clock with a minute 20 to go until intermission.
And again, we talked about how Vashagote couldn't get enough air under the previous pass. That one was an excellent pass to Tavarius Deans, giving his guy a chance to run under it, get a foot in, and get the catch and move this offense down the field.
1st and 10, first down marker at the 18. No timeouts for Lawton High, so to score before half, they'll need to use the boundary as their friend, and of course the clock will stop on a first down. Penalty flag flies, likely a false start. Delay a game instead, actually. That's been the one constant of the season. Delay of games have happened every week on the Wolverines. This one no different, even up 36-0. Maybe next week they can end the streak. Tough task, though. 1st and 5. Vashagote going to drop back to throw. Launching one. Double coverage near the end zone. Incomplete. Falls at the 1-yard line. A better chance for a Bear than a Wolverine.
A little bit of a risky pass from Vashagote. Had his receiver in double coverage. Underthrew it a little bit. And like you said, a better chance of a John Marshall Bear intercepting that pass than his receiver being able to come up with the completion.
Second and 15, 1:13 to go. Trips to the near side, one to the far side for Vashagote. Vashagote trying to find somewhere to go with the football, and instead he has to keep it himself. He spins out of two would-be tackles, and eventually he's dragged down for a gain of 1.
Looked like a little bit of a busted play. Vashagote never really had anywhere to go with it and just limited the damage on that one.
Timeout on the field. You take it with him, Oklahoma Sports Network.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving.
Here we go, Lawton High, after the timeout, has it 3rd and 17. 59 ticks to go before intermission. The first time really playing behind the chains for the Wolverine offense. 2 receivers out wide on the far side, 1 on the near side. Vashagote going to drop back to throw. Over the middle, it's caught. Lowers the shoulder at the 30-yard line, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, 4th and 10.
Good job by Vashagote completing the pass. He had 3 defenders bearing down on him as he completed that pass. Gets his offense in 4th in a more manageable spot.
Only 4 seconds separate game clock and play clock. Lawton High doesn't have any timeouts. John Marshall has 1. They don't seem too pressed to use it, nor should they be. Vashagote in the shotgun. Going to drop back to pass, pressure off the edge. He steps up to the pocket, going to take off and run. He needs all 10 yards with his feet, and he gets it. High stepping his way, lowering the shoulder to the 10-yard line and inside to the 8. And the clock has expired, though. And Lawton High will just have that big play as another momentum boost heading into the locker room, where they lead 36-0. The Phillips Music halftime show after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
The Highlanders of the game is Shakina Nukna. The High Stepper are dancing to Fireball, a dance choreographed by their captain, Brooke Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lawton High Steppers. Give it up for the Lawton High Steppers. Please welcome to the field, the Lawton High School Big Red Band from Wolverine Land. Tonight's game is sponsored by Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family. The Big Red Band is led onto the field by drum major Michaela Minty and Lauren Lee. It is under the direction of Tanner Jackson, Paul Martin, Rebecca Edgar, and Andrew Wilkie. The 2024 production is entitled Ritual. The selection this evening includes music from Igor Stravinsky's Rite of Spring. Drum majors, is your band ready?
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere. Offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. Or call 800-433-7300.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing. Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists?
It's good. And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious. It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind, providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Guard for Oklahoma. The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
We're back for second half action here at historic Cameron Field in Lawton, Oklahoma. The Wolverines up 36-0 as the Lawton Fire Association third quarter about to begin. Wayne's Drive-In, best burgers and cherry lemonades in town. Come on, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Connor Duffy boots this one away. End over end it goes. Fielded at the 15-yard line after a bobble. Going to go east to west, trying to reverse course toward the John Marshall sideline. Nowhere to run. Trying to outrace the Wolverines and eventually taken down around the 21.
Had nowhere to go. Good job by this kickoff team, staying with good gap integrity, staying in their lanes, and not allowing for an explosive return.
Yellow handkerchief on the field. The white hat will signal a holding against John Marshall to back him up even further. No running clock so far in the second half for this game as it rests at 11:51. John Marshall trots out there offensively, looking to erase the 0 on the scoreboard. It's been a stingy Lawton High defense, though. Only a couple first downs given up.
Lawton's defense, they've been everywhere. They've attacked the run game, the pass game. Like you said, only a couple explosive plays from this John Marshall offense, but overall Lawton's defense has held ground to this point.
First and 10, just before the 15-yard line. Man in motion goes back from whence he came. The low snap corralled. Then he jukes out one defender, racing toward the line of scrimmage, but can't get back there. A sack at the 10-yard line.
Lawton's defense again, feeding off of a busted play. Not the exact design that John Marshall was looking for, but again, you have multiple guys being aggressive and getting the football and forcing another negative play.
Second and 13. John Marshall in no hurry. Inside 10 on the play clock. The snap on target this time. Going to rock back and throw. Man wide open, and it's almost intercepted on the late recovery from the Lawton High DB, who gained ground late and breaks it up.
That's a good job. DJ Campbell on that one. Yeah, the receiver had a chance, had a stride on him, but a good recovery speed by knocking that pass down and making the stop on what could have been the most explosive play for John Marshall so far.
11:01 to go. John Marshall, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side in the shotgun look. Going to step back in the pocket, throws one over the middle into double coverage, high and complete. Marshall comes down with it at the 40-yard line.
A very similar play to what John Marshall wanted before, but this time the receiver goes up, high points the ball, and again, most explosive play for John Marshall to this point.
First and 10. Clock winds inside 10:50. Hard count on, nothing doing, man in motion. Handoff up the middle. Makes 2 miss and plunges forward for 5.
Especially on that play, after John Marshall is able to complete a big pass, opens up the running lanes just a little bit. John Marshall gets a positive gain on first down and keeps them ahead of chains compared to where they've been in the first half.
Second and 6. Clock continues to roll. Inside 10 minutes of the Lawton Fire Association third quarter. Going to drop back to throw. Looking over the middle once. Surveys pressure on, and he cannot escape another sack taken down by Lawton High.
And on that time, Lawton sends Seth Poulardi on the blitz. Didn't bite on the pump fake. Stayed gap sound, stayed within his play, and sacked the quarterback in the backfield.
So third and long for the Bears. A down and distance they've made their home tonight. Dropping back to pass again. Over the middle again. It flutters its way there. Incomplete pass interference as the DB can't get his head around. John Marshall will take the 15 yards and get 2 away from a first down. So 3rd and 2, much more manageable than 3rd and long.
It's a tough break for Cameron Ross. There's a little bit of hand fighting there, but he did not get the benefit of the doubt.
The hard count won't gift them a first down. Good job by the front 7 to be disciplined for the Wolverines. Again, they try the hard count this time. The snap up the middle, trying to find some running room. Gets a first down, spins out of a tackle, makes another miss, but the 4th attempt is the charm for Lawton High, but a 15-yard gain for the Bears.
And if John Marshall's able to get their run game going, when you have 2 and 3 receivers out It spreads out the defense a little bit and creates some open running lanes for their offense.
First and 10, John Marshall. Trying to get everybody lined up properly. Going to drop back to throw this time after gaining ground on the ground. High throw, incomplete.
A little bit of a high throw, but we've seen with some of the passing game and play action game that John Marshall has been able to use to get some success in these last couple of plays.
Second and 10, clock stopped at 8:38. Pistol look for the Bears. Inside 10 on the play clock. The reverse is on, and there's a lot of turf ahead for the speedy Bear, and he's taken down for about 4.
Tried for a little bit of razzle-dazzle, but the back end of this Lawton defense did a good job of staying in their lanes, not being too overly aggressive, and they limited the damage to just a couple yards.
3rd and 7. The Lawton Fire Association third quarter, more friendly to the Bears than the previous 2. They're going to drop back to throw on 3rd down. Rocks off the back foot into double coverage, incomplete. A better chance for a Wolverine there, who almost had the interception.
The really tough pass. Threw it into double coverage. Not really the biggest opportunity in the biggest area for his receiver to come out and get that reception. Good job by these Lawton DBs of staying with their man and looking for the football, not being baited into a pass interference penalty or anything, just allowing the incompletion and moving on to 4th down.
4th and 7, offense stays out there for the first time tonight. A couple hard counts, and they check the sidelines. Offset shotgun, there's the snap. Going to throw over the middle again to the running back, and he's met immediately. Turnover on downs as the Lawton High offense takes over around the 35.
That's a good job by David Quittershot. Just staying with him, not feeding in, staying in his hip pocket, and not allowing them to convert the 4th down.
The spot is an interesting one. It's going to be at the really 31. The tackles seem to be made from this vantage point closer to the 35, but at this point, does it really matter? Does any of this really matter? The meaning of life still eludes most of us. 1st and 10, first down marker past the 40. Flag on the play. There's about 20 John Marshall Bears, and that's what they're counting up. The whole city is in the defensive room for the Bears right now. The rare illegal substitution on the first play of a drive.
Just a little too many guys wanting to get out there and get some reps.
So the eager Bears have 11 on the field, and Lawton High will try to score again with Panay Vashagote, who's been excellent tonight. Hands it off to Residudo, and he will gain nothing on the run.
Well, and that's a good job on that play by Joseph Davis. John Marshall, they've had their success on defense, it's been blitzing up the A-gaps and pressuring this Lawton offense from in between the center and both guards.
Clock is stopped as of this moment.
Penalty.
As they sort out another penalty. The Zebras have a meeting in the Lawton High huddle. Likely not discussing dinner plans, instead marking the Wolverines up. And they continue to march past the first down marker. The chains will move. A personal foul on the Bears is the citation. 1st and 10, 7:30 to go. Clock back rolling. A welcome sight for all. 49 yards to Pater. Vashagote gets everyone aligned. 20 on the play clock. They have plenty of time. Hard count, and there's the snap. It's low, and there's going to be a couple handkerchiefs flying in, maybe a shuffle of the feet up front. Seemed to be a premature snap, which might have just been to try to cover up the false start, as there was still time to waste for the offense. You would imagine the plan would be to snap it closer to 0 than closer to 25.
Still looking at there's still some things that this Wolverine offense is still working to improve on throughout the rest of this game.
Sort of a heads-up play there by Junior Brock, though, to snap it to try to evade the penalty. There's the screen play caught. Nice block as he tries for the sidelines and is wrestled out of bounds at the 50.
And again, another playmaker, Michael Holman, just finding different ways. Short screens outside the numbers, running game, using the running back screen game. Got it to 5, 6, 7 different of their receivers and running backs and allowing them to get yardage and make some plays.
Vashagote on the snap, hands off. Rizzuto is met immediately, falls forward for 2.
And I think we'll see a lot of Keaston Rosado as we go up throughout the rest of this game. 36-0. You don't want to have a player like Nate Jones still in the game with this big a lead. I think they're going to lean on Rosado to try and keep the running game going throughout the rest of this one.
Clock keeps rolling. Vashagote going to throw. Looking deep. Throws it to his man. Burned on a post route. Incomplete. Panay is vehemently fighting for a penalty. Doesn't get one.
There's a little bit of hand fighting both on the offensive and defensive end. When there's that much mutual hand fighting, a lot of times the referees aren't wanting to call it. Stay just within the parameters for it to not to be a pass interference.
Lawton High will shuffle on the punting unit for the first time since the first possession. But that punt was a beautiful one that pinned John Marshall inside the 5 and eventually led to the first points of the game. A pick 6 that was caught in the end zone. So Duffy's been spectacular on the low snap, going to boot this one away. It's high in the air, end over end, caught at the 15. A clean catch, trying to reverse course again. And he's going to go east to west before cutting up field to the 20 and wrestled down there.
And John Marshall on their return game done a lot of going east and west and not really going north and south.
Timeout in the field, he take it with him.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Don't know whose bright idea it was not to have a running clock here, but it's the world we live in, and you got to live in it. 1st and 10, the Lawton Fire Association third quarter. It's all academic in the second half. Going to drop back to throw. Pressure coming in his face. He evades one, but can't evade the second sacker, and he's taken down for a loss of 10.
Again, multiple Wolverines in the backfield. Just when the quarterback thought he was able to escape one, there's another one right behind him to get the sack and put him in the ground.
Play clock at 5. Low snap, play action, screenplay incomplete. Backwards pass still alive. They haven't blown it dead yet, and Lawton High scoops it up in the end zone. They're going to signal it a touchdown, and it is. 6 points for the Wolverines. Another defensive score for Lawton High. They've had 2 in the end zone by way of touchdown, 1 by way of safety.
Another defensive score. Had the interception. This time, the backwards pass. Receiver didn't really know if it was forward or backwards. Good awareness by the Lawton defensive team, staying with it. They didn't hear a whistle. They kept going and gets another score on the board.
Connor Duffy back out there for the point after attempt. Trying to tack one more on the scoreboard. The snap's been a little bit of an adventure, but Braden Burrell has been able to get him down every time. Something to watch here on a good snap. Burrell fire drill, going to launch one in the end zone just a bit too far. So the second failed PAT for the Wolverines. Really the only blemish on the game after this. Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. A backwards pass was a live ball, which Lawton High scooped and scored for your City National Bank scoring recap. Their third points produced by the defensive unit for Lawton High, 2 touchdowns and a safety. Connor Duffy tees up the Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. Wayne's Drive-In, best burgers and cherry lemonades in town. Come on, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. As Connor Duffy will get it set. They've done no better than the 25, have the Bears. And a couple have been disastrous inside the 10. Not to mention the onside kick Lawton High recovered. So it's been a good night of special teams for Lawton High. Duffy. Pooch kicks onside. Josh Heupel style. And John Marshall gets it. And here's some pushing and shoving. Lawton High says that they have it in the end. So do the officials. So they got it back. And Lawton High has it at the 50, so 2 onside kicks recovered by Lawton High. This one adding salt in the wound. A professional job by the Wolverines, 42-0.
And John Marshall, they had a shot. They had a couple shots to recover it. Couldn't bring it in, and Lawton recovers it and gets their offense back out there.
John Marshall went for the blocks of the Lawton High Gunners and hoped that someone could fall on it. Initially, it looked like they did fall on it, but it squirted free. Well, I mean, it wasn't as bad as what Josh Heupel did with Kent State in the first half, but it's still an interesting call there to pooch kick it. There's the snap. It's Najon Polk in at quarterback as the handoff is made for a gain of 4. A helmet pops off and some extra pushing and shoving, and a flag flies late. This should certainly be against John Marshall, who's gotten away with it all night. Sans their 3 unsportsmanlikes. This should be a 4th. Officials call a timeout. We take it with them.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with a Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton High, the beneficiary of a rare onside kick, up 42-0. And the beneficiary of a personal foul penalty on John Marshall to give him more yards, 1st and 10. As the backups are in, including Najon Polk, who started last week against Noble and really engineered a offense that at that time had a season-high mark in points. That's been broken on the last Lawton High touchdown as this play goes nowhere and is eventually blown dead. The ball pops out well after the whistle. I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Everyone's lost control of the game, frankly, including the officials. Rosado went backwards on a play blown dead at the 40-yard line.
Had really nowhere to go. John Marshall went engage 8 like you do on the NCAA football games and the Madden games, where you just bring everybody. D-line, linebackers, everybody came in. So they knew the run was coming, and they stopped it.
Clock rolls until it doesn't. Timeout on the field, we take it with them.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton High burned a timeout as the play call couldn't get in properly. 2 remaining in the half. They won't really need them, up 42-0. 3:56, clock stopped. Lawton Fire Association third frame. Currently a Jerry Stackhouse to Russell Westbrook score on the throw, on the screen play. Blockers set up nicely for Lawton High to get back to the original line of scrimmage, which carried them at least 8 yards. So Polk continues to look good whenever he's gotten some reps.
And that's a play. It's been a part of the bread and butter of this Lawton offense, but we haven't really seen it a lot. Just a quick, simple screen pass to his receiver on the numbers. And didn't look like it could have gone for a whole lot, but again, got 8 and got the offense back to the original line of scrimmage.
1st and 10. Clock winds inside of 3:15. Going to drop back to throw again. Polk with pressure in his face, evades one, and cannot evade the panty of Bears, and the ball pops out. John Marshall should have recovered that near their sidelines. Either way, it was just going to be to set up a punt if he would have held on to it for the sack.
John Marshall, they're continuing to bring the pressure, bring it from the second level, bringing linebackers and corners. He's continuing to rush the quarterback.
Lawton High hit with a citation, but it's just going to back him up to make the punt easier for Duffy, so no harm, no foul on the flag. It's almost irrelevant, like most of this second half, up 42-0. So Duffy will be back to booming away. He's been electric. 2 onside kick recoveries and a bunch of punts, or at least 2, that have gained the Lawton High defense solid field position. Both setting up scores. His third punt to try to flip the field. Nice snap, high punt. Duffy watches as this one is muffed at the 5. Ball still loose at the 10, and it squirts toward the boundary, and it's eventually picked up out of bounds at the 8. So another just great job by Duffy, who's been able to not only create turnovers with the onside kicks, but they've always started inside the 25 and mostly started inside the 10.
Duffy doing his best to try and win player of the game. Another excellent part. And when you're the John Marshall offense and you're continuing to have to come out to start your drive inside the 10-yard line, it continues to add. The pressure starts to add up, and it makes your job a whole lot more difficult.
First and 10 from the 8. High snap handoff. Gets through 2 arm tackles and then a third. A nice run by the Bears for a first down. Eventually thrown down at the 25.
John Marshall starting to get their run game going, leaving Lawton defenders in their dust, breaking ankles. Good job by John Marshall. The blocks were there to set up a crucial run to get them out of their own end of the field just a little bit.
First and 10, John Marshall. Bobbled snap, it's on the carpet, and John Marshall scoops it up, hurdles the pile of Lawton High defenders trying for the football, and taken down past the 30.
And if you're John Marshall, you're just trying to make them be as much of a non-negative as possible. The fact that they were able to get the ball, recover it, and get yardage was crucial for the confidence of some of these John Marshall players.
Second and 4. Clock winds inside a minute 30 to go in the Lawton Fire Association third. There's a handoff up the middle. First down for the Bears. Shoulder checks him at the 40-yard line and gets near the 45.
You're still starting to see John Marshall. If they were able to run this much, I think you could have seen more than the beginning of the game. Maybe something they're just trying to use as they head into the next ones.
Holding on John Marshall, and we'll back him up.
I guess to the good runs help if there's a holding penalty.
Second and 11. Design rollout speed option play for the Bears. Trying for the edge. They've got it. Lowering the shoulder, taking a hit at the 30-yard line, but gaining 7.
gained 7, but that play took a long time to develop. Took the wide route all the way to the numbers. And I think John Marshall, they could have got even more yardage if they just attacked the edges of the defensive line and then take as much of a banana route all the way out to almost the sideline.
If John Marshall wants it to be, this can be the last snap of the third quarter. Handoff up the middle again. Nice blocking, sets up for the spin move at the 40-yard line, creeping their way and eventually pushed out of bounds. 9 on the game clock as the clock stops for the first down. So we'll have to have one more snap before the fourth frame. And they're going to run the clock anyway. So they've eventually came to the conclusion of a running clock. It only took a quarter. But contact was made in bounds that time, which could have helped the cause. And that will end the third quarter. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network to start the fourth quarter. Man in motion for the Bears. They're going to pop it out to him. Nowhere to run. Taken down in the backfield.
Nowhere at all. This Lawton defense trying to get some. They have some different players in, trying to get some of their younger guys in the rotation, some experience. But again, the standard has stayed the same for them the entire night. Not allowing many points. Not allowing a lot of positive plays from this John Marshall offense and it continues to go as we roll into the fourth.
Inside 11-20. Going to drop back to throw. Rocks off the back foot, launches one. Double coverage. Lawton High almost under it, and instead it's incomplete.
Ooh.
Incomplete pass.
That's a play where if you're John Marshall, you obviously want that one back, and if you're Lawton, you want your DB to be able to get under it just a little bit and get that interception.
Clock stops at 11-13. 3rd and 13 to go for the John Marshall Bears. Timeout. We take it with them.
At Billingsley Ford, we pride ourselves on the integrity and transparency of our pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. As your hometown Ford dealer, that's the way it should be.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Bring home the win at Billingsley Hyundai with huge savings every day from our massive inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Come by today and see how we can help find a winning deal for you with America's best warranty. Now that's the Billingsley way.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network as the Lawton High Wolverines control this game 42-0. John Marshall facing 3rd and long with 11:13 to go after the timeout. Going to drop back to pass after muffing the snap. Throw over the middle, incomplete.
That's a good job by all the parties involved on the defense. The pass rush, the coverage, not allowing any bit of separation for the receiver to have a chance to make the catch.
Another John Marshall punt. These have been a bit tricky for them. Mainly have to watch the snap. Once they get away, it's actually gained them a first down once on the Lawton High muff, but you've got to get the ball off the foot. There's the snap. The kick going to be faked right up the middle. Here comes the punter for a first down, and so a trickeration play works out for the Bears as they net a first down past the 45.
Trick play, and if you're John Marshall, what do you have to lose? You're down 42-0. You haven't got a lick of offense most of this game. What are you going to risk? Giving it back to Lawton for them to take more time off the clock? You run the fake, and you keep your offense on the field.
1st and 10, clock continues to roll inside of 11 minutes. There's the handoff up the middle. The Bears trying to continue their presence on the ground, and they gain 4.
And John Marshall, they've started to attack the interior of this Lawton defensive line, attack in between the guards, and they've been able to have some success in the last couple of plays.
2nd and 8. From the shotgun, the Bears will go again. Handoff up the middle, met immediately, taken down right in the hole, and so John Marshall will gain nothing. In fact, they'll lose a couple.
Just as we said, they've had some success the last couple of plays, and they're the Lawton D-line, really keyed in on it, had an idea of where that play was going, and they shut it down for where they could not get any yardage.
3rd and 10. As the Bears will try to get set and come up with another first down. Their first down of the drive was via the fake punt. They've had 2 first downs from the punting unit, one via the Lawton High muff, and then that jaunt up the middle. 3rd and 10 from the shotgun. Bears going to drop back to throw. Has a man one-on-one incomplete. Almost intercepted by Lawton High. They say that they came up with it, and I think that they did. Lawton High gets the pick, and they get the ball right back at the 40-yard line. So no harm, no foul on the fake punt. Shutout still intact, 42-0.
Shutout still intact. And again, continuing to make plays. The D-line with the sacks, the defensive backs in coverage. Everything has just been going Lawton's way tonight.
First and 10 for the Wolverines. They should be able to keep this on the ground and eat up some clock should they choose to. They were a little more through the air than you'd imagine the last possession. Najon Polk, the sophomore quarterback who led them to their first win of the year a week ago. Back in the shotgun. Play clock at 10. Everybody seems set. And John Marshall jumps. So a free 5 yards for the Wolverines, despite the pointing from the Bears, unless they're going to get Lawton High, and they do. So the Bears go off sides to trigger the false start by the Wolverines. And Lawton High will have it on 1st and 15 now. Here's the shotgun from the Wolverines. Tosses it out, undercut immediately. So a loss of 4.
Loss of 4, and that was a play just read immediately from the snap. just read the block, cut under the blocks, and made a play.
Would you please go to the main gate, the west gate?
2nd and 15 at the 30. They can take this down to about 8 minutes before they snap it. They seem content to do so. Polk now lines up in the shotgun, a receiver to each side. Hard count is on, no one's jumping. They check over to the sidelines with 10 on the play clock. Inside of 6 on the play clock as they shuffle the running back to the opposite hit. Rosardo going to drop back to pass, pump fake once. Now looking for his man downfield. Thrown into double coverage, incomplete. Clock stops.
Clock stops, and they had Rajon Polk again trying for one of the receivers on the double move. And again, overthrew him just a little, overthrew him into the out of bounds. Again, with 8 minutes left, still trying to have a combination of the run game and pass game.
Sets up 3rd and 19. If you're going to pass it on 2nd down, instead of running the clock out, you might as well pass it here. But it's hard to predict this coaching staff so far with their play calling. They've done a good job of mixing it up. Going to drop back to throw. As expected, the screen play caught near his shoelaces and gets forward for about 6 and eventually falls near the 40. John Marshall claims they have the football, but the whistle blew. So that jaunt to the 10-yard line, null and void.
Did that whole run for no reason.
Clock rolls, though. That's a good sign on the completed pass. They can take this to about 7:10 before the punt.
And on that play, it was impressive by Keyston Rosado. Going down to get it, that's a tough play to make. You know you have to get out behind your blockers. And to go down and make that catch and get some positive yardage was pretty impressive.
Duffy back to receive the snap and boot this one away. There's the snap, the punt, end over end. Takes a Lawton high bounce. The ricochet goes to the 30-yard line. That's where it's going to be downed, and that's where John Marshall will have it.
Another good punt by Duffy. Flip the field and put your defense in a more manageable position. I think the thing that has been most impressive is it's been a complete team effort. It hasn't been just one side of the ball. Offense had a slow start on their first drive, and the defense got some points on the board. But after that, it's been complete complimentary football by this Lawton team, and it's been pretty impressive so far.
Lawton High calls a timeout back after that.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. All you can do is laugh as the Live, Laugh, Love rings true. It's been a really successful night for Lawton High where they've been able to be overcome with joy at a 42-0 score. Ball is on the carpet, picked up, reversing course, and eventually slung down at the 30-yard line.
And it's been a night of you did what you were supposed to do. John Marshall, we talked about it before the game. You didn't want to take them too lightly. You didn't want to look ahead, think too much about getting some of your younger guys in, your backups in. And they've been really in control of this game from start to finish, and it shows with the scoreboard.
Second and 11. The clock will go inside of 6 before the snap if they want it to. There's the snap, going to drop back to throw. Pumps once, pressure in his face. Pumps again and throws over the middle, incomplete. Nobody home. As a trio of red shirts fought for the interception, but no one could quite get there in time. But there's a reason why they were so eager. They've forced plenty of turnovers in this one. They want to keep that streak alive. The defense has really earned their keep and earned momentum for the rest of the season these last 2 weeks. They've been stellar.
They really have, and you're seeing it even with these guys that are in right now. They're staying within the receivers, within their lanes, and they're still making some real positive plays.
Third and 11, going to drop back to throw. Going to launch one deep down the sidelines. Nobody's home.
To nobody. They're still getting pressure. They're still staying within their good man coverage, and they're still continuing to have their successes with the different guys that have just come into this ball.
4th and 11. Got to watch out for the fake, because that's what extended the drive a series ago for John Marshall. Clock stopped at 5:52 as the Bears continue to shuffle guys on. Only 5 on the play clock. They're going to have to rush this snap, and they do. They're going to boot it away. It's a line drive end-over-end kick. Nobody's back to field it quite deep enough as the bounce goes Switzerland's way, and Lawton High falls on it and retains possession. But a dangerous play by the return man, and something that they'll show on film and maybe encourage them next time to leave it alone.
Pretty dangerous play.
1st and 10, 42-0. 5:43, clock is stopped. John Marshall hit with another citation. And you saw a couple passes last drive for Lawton High. You'd imagine this drive will be all on the ground and all in favor of draining this clock to keep the shutout intact. You're in no real danger of losing any of your 15 district points, but still want to keep your shutout for the feat of it. It's really hard to get a shutout at any level, especially in 5A high school football in Oklahoma. And you got to think of the children, too. We put them to bed in the first quarter, and they've got school tomorrow. So for good reason. I hope that they were tucked away. Didn't miss much in the second half. Incompletions and punts have been the storyline here as the clock continues to rest at 5:43. Lawton High hands it off, trying for the outside edge, and gets pummeled by 3 Bears. Second and 13. They can take this inside of 5 minutes if they use the play clock wisely. And the Lawton High hard count will backfire, as it looks like the lineman flinched first, but the officials have to confirm it, and they do. Conventional wisdom would just be a simple dive play with 2 seconds on the play clock, but you got to use every opportunity you can to work on everything. Going to drop back to throw. Pump fakes once. Still going to pass the ball here. Curl route caught, taken down.
And that was a smart play. Going through his progressions, first and second reads weren't there. Hits the third read, gets some more manageable yardage.
Third and 12. Crowded box, man in motion. They're going to try to throw it again. Pressure up the middle. Going to launch one. One-on-one coverage down the sidelines, incomplete. So the clock will rest at 4:04 on 4th and long.
That was just good recovery speed by James Allen. Just went up, made a play on the ball, and knocked it down and made a play for this John Marshall defense.
Well, this wasn't the possession to waste the clock. You wonder when that possession will come for Lawton High, given the lopsided scoreboard. They must see something that they want to get some extra looks in before next week against Western Heights, which should, if things go according to plan, they TCB'd tonight. If they take care of business next week, it should look a lot like this one. That'd give them 3 straight wins and go back to 500 for Lawton High. Bobbled snap, handkerchief out, kick away. Takes a Lawton High bounce, fielded at the 30-yard line, shakes off a tackle, reversing course now. Lawton High eventually drags him down at the 35, but thought to sort out the penalty.
In Ryland, do you find 2 in a row is a winning streak, or do you have to hit that 3?
In football, I go ahead and give it to you at 2.
Okay. Okay.
Less games.
So we're on a streak.
Wins more important. Baseball, where you play 162, you really got to get to 3.
Yeah.
Basketball, 82, you got to get to 3.
But with the win against, you finished tonight against John Marshall. If Lawton can get the win next week against Western Heights, you set yourself up in pretty good position within the district, with games coming up against El Reno, then Carl Albert, and then Altus, and then Guthrie to finish the year. That's what we talked about. Lawton is in a position, if they win the games they're supposed to win, that they can get a pretty good playoff spot and some pretty good seeding.
Duffy getting some final orders from the head ball coach before he trots back into position to punt on the re-kick. Good snap. The kick is away. End over end, it twirls and eventually bounces backward. The first John Marshall hop of the evening, but it hit the sidelines first, so they'll still start in negative territory.
The first hop in John Marshall's way came with 3:48 left to go in the game. That's the kind of night that it's been for Lawton. A lot of success in all 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams, and it's just added up to this amazing performance for them.
1 timeout remains for the Wolverines, 2 for the Bears. .348 to go. First and 10. Going to drop back to pass. John Marshall flushes out of the pocket. They're going to launch one downfield into double coverage. Caught, incomplete on the ground. So Lawton High gets the deflection they needed. Clock will stop at 3:40.
In this defense, they're just continuing to knock passes down, making plays at the football, playing the ball and not the receiver. Another good pass deflection for this Wolverine defensive secondary.
First and 10, 3:40 to go. All alone in the shotgun. Going to drop back to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. Caught. Goes upfield at the 50 into enemy territory. Taken down at the 45.
And that's a nice route by John Marshall. Just going out out at the hashes, coming back in, making the turn, gets the first down.
Clock stops to reset the chains and eventually begins again. First and 10, clock rolls. Only 5 on the play clock for John Marshall. There's the snap, going to drop back to throw. Rocks launches, one-on-one coverage at the 20-yard line. A juggling circus act, catch is made inside the 5. So Lawton High in danger of losing the shutout.
That's just a play by the receiver. Getting the ball, ripping it away from the defender. It's one of their longest pass plays of the night.
Chains are reset now. First down market again at the 40-yard line. Offset shotgun. Here comes the Bears in the red zone for the first time. Speed option play is on. It worked out last time, and it works out this time all the way down to pay dirt. And so the shutout is gone as Lawton High had 2 opportunities to milk the clock, elected not to, and it gave John Marshall just enough time to get that 0 off the scoreboard. And so there's no shutout yet for Lorenzo Williams' tenure as the Lawton High head man. That would have been his first in just his 5th career game. John Marshall going to go for 2 here. Going to drop back, throw a slant route, and it's going to be in traffic, and let's see if they came up with it, and they did. So the 2-point conversion's good. 42-8, back after this.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. The second Wayne's drive-in kickoff teed up by John Marshall. They teed one up whenever they deferred the coin toss, and now tee one up again after reaching pay dirt for the first time. 2:36 to go. Wayne's drive-in, best burgers and cherry lemonades in town. Let's go to Wayne's, everyone. And Lawton High onside kicked it up 42-0. You wonder if John Marshall will do the same thing here, or if they'll just boot it away the old-fashioned way. Doesn't really make much of a difference either way, as this game has been over since 7:15. They're going to kick it away normally, caught around the 30-yard line. Lawton High trying to return one, and they get down the sidelines near the 45.
John Marshall not doing a whole lot, just going with the normal kickoff. Just get some extra reps for your kickoff team, and this Lawton's offense would come on out.
First and 10 on the 48. Getting the footballs in order. With only 2 minutes and 31 seconds left, you would imagine this is finally the possession where Lawton High wants to sit on the football. But we've thought that for a quarter. So let's just see what happens. And the John Polk directs traffic. First and 10, Polk looking around, making sure everybody's ready to go. Polk snaps it, hands it off. Polk going to keep himself on the RPO, actually dumps it to the flats. It's caught there for a first down. rumbling his way down to around the 35.
Nate Jones, or Polk with the little RPO action, adding a different element to this offensive playbook, putting some different things out there to keep the defense guessing.
Clock stops as they reset the chains. And now rolls again. First and 10. Polk directing traffic. Play clock goes inside of 5 on the snap. There's the give. And it's going to be a edge rush for about 8.
And I like the play call after the RPO. Outside zone, get your linemen going right, taking the right steps, getting to their blockers, and getting Rosado another positive gain.
2nd and 3. The clock winds as Lawton High is on the high side of the scoreboard and the right side of the clock, so they shouldn't really snap this for at least 10 seconds. There's the snap and the give. First down for Lawton High, and they're going to go down near the 20-yard line. Clock will stop again to reset the chains.
And it's another handoff. Even these different offensive linemen, they're continuing to get that push, and they're leaning on this John Marshall defense and not allowing them the chance to breathe.
Lawton High can get one more first down at the 9-yard line, and then they'll be in a first and goal situation. They're only 19 yards away from Pater. Polk takes a knee. And so they'll have to knee it out one last time, and then this game will officially be in the books. And we'll go ahead and name you the Sovereign Bank Player of the Game. A ton of candidates in a game in which you win 42-8. But my pick to click for the Sovereign Bank Player of the Game is going to have to be Connor Duffy, just because it's not often that you can show a kicker such love, especially whenever you didn't have to punt very often. But even his kickoffs were just excellent in order to help Lawton High secure great field position for their defense, and so in turn it netted them 3 scores.
Yeah, and I think my player of the game, I'd have to choose more of a unit. It's just the defense. The defense, they came out, they were making plays from the get-go. The interception in the end zone, the pick 6, and they just were going for the first snap all the way to the last one. Gave up the touchdown late to get rid of the shutout, but overall an amazing performance by this Lawton defense tonight.
Lawton High takes care of business 42-8. And until next time in Western Heights, be good and be good to one another.